Sinister is the scariest movie I have ever watched. Now I know that's the title of the video, but I sincerely mean it. I was 13 when me and my brother decided to watch this thriller, supernatural, and horrific film. I remember complete silence between the two of us, holding a blanket for us to cover our eyes for the horror we were seeing. We finished the movie and we couldn't even move, only deciding to change the channel to watch a cartoon all night. Now at 20, I still dread watching it, knowing what's to come, and I'm left panicked and nervous. I love this film. Not only is it underrated, but I really think it's an impressive horror movie. If you've seen Sinister, it's like you can still hear the tapes rolling, the happy families being filmed unaware, and then the demise of every single one of them. The use of sound is the movie's greatest strength in my opinion. The music has your heart beating as it escalates and becomes louder. As it escalates and becomes louder, your heart also begins to pound more and more. Let's go over the movie and talk about how the use of story and visual help in making such a scary premise and in turn a terrifying but amazing experience. Ellison Oswald, played amazingly by Ethan Hawke, moves into a murdered family's home with his wife and two kids, Ashley and Trevor. Ellison is aware that the house is a crime scene, intending on using the murders to write a new book and solving the missing case of a little girl disappeared following the murders. He goes to these extreme measures after his true crime writing is on the downhill and having not written a good book in a while. After having gone up into the attic, he finds a box that contains a projector and numerous reels of 8mm footage, all being labeled as home videos. He watches the most recent Family Hanging Out 11, where he sees the murdered family having a good time before this happens. We see here that Ellison would rather keep the tapes to himself for his writing career rather than telling his wife or the cops. He continues to watch the tapes and puts in Barbecue 79, where a family is fishing near a lake, before then cutting to a family we see tied up inside a car with some eerie loud music. Before watching the next tape, he tucks his daughter Ashley into bed, who he finds out has drawn a depressing painting on the wall. While watching the pool party tape, the usual happens, but this time he sees a demonic-like figure at the bottom of the pool. He then looks back at the past films he's watched and discovers the figure observing in every single one of them. It was the most hair-raising due to the fact that this is where Ellison finds out that something is up with the tapes he's been watching. While inspecting the box film, he discovers disturbing drawings along with the demonic figure named Mr. Boogie. He plugs in another tape called Sleepy Time 98. This family gets killed by just a simple throat slash. This one is creepy because we see a little kid getting killed, as we see Ellison not even being able to watch it. He uploads the tapes and finds a demonic symbol on the wall, which he prints out. Ellison is seen drinking and watching back his old interviews, showing some great character motivation for why he's watching the snuff films and trying to solve the murders for his book to regain the fame and money. While befriending a local cop who he trusts, Ellison learns that all the families were drugged and that each family's houses were connected to each other. Later that night, Ellison puts on the scariest tape called Lawn Work 86, where we see some lawn work being done. Ellison Skypes a local professor that tells him that the symbol is of a deity named Bagul, eater of children. Later that night, while Ellison is asleep, he hears a tape playing by himself and checks it out. We see some ghost children even though he can't, and he knocks out on the couch with a bat. Later that day, Ellison's wife finds a painting of Stephanie drawn by Ashley. She's understandably mad, but Ellison still defends his own actions. At night, he hears noises from the attic and checks it out. He's jump scared by Bagul and decides to burn all the tapes. He decides his wife is right. After all that, he and his family get right the hell out of there, moving back to their old house. Back at his old house, Ellison finds the tapes in perfect condition in his attic. The local cop calls Ellison and tells him he shouldn't have moved homes.
Dates, the addresses. Each family that you had me look up had previously lived in the house where one of the earlier murders took place.
All 5 of them?
Yes.
He watches the extended cuts, and we see some honestly horrific and downright chilling tapes of all the missing children, all killing their family for Bagul. After watching that, he begins to feel off, checking his cup, which was drugged by his daughter Ashley. He wakes up and finds both his son and daughter duct taped. We then see Ashley grab an axe, and we see the aftermath of the gruesome kills, with blood all over the walls. The movie ends with Bagul dragging Ellison out into the movie. Okay, maybe you might not believe my word on it, but science agrees with me, even though it should be taken with a grain of salt. A study measured the heart rates of 50 individuals with different ages while they watched 100 hours of horror movies. It determined that Sinister was on the top. The average heart rate of the 50 individuals was 65 BPM, while Sinister had an average of 86 BPM. Although the test scale is pretty small with only 50 people being taken into account, I think it does prove my point to a degree. Type in the comments if you guys agree or disagree. If you guys know any other scary or horror movies, type it in the comments, because I would actually like to know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.